there's so many good groups, and I think now I'm starting to get into the R&B side. I'm like starting to get into that world, and I'm like, wow, this is great. I love it here.
Like, I'm sorry, but when we were talking, I just started staring at Taemin Super M version and Bleav album behind you.
Yes. I'm like, they're all there. Gang's all here. My sister has a ton more, but I've taken, obviously, Kai's right there. She bought me for the holidays. She got me Kai's.
Oh, it's Kai. It's not Taemin.
Yeah, it's Kai. It's my bias. It's my boy Kai.
So, like my ultimate is Taemin. So officially we can take Kai.
Taemin and well, first of all, Taemin and Kai are besties, so we're friends here. And second of all, he is just on another level with production of music videos and songs, and he's not afraid to go in a different direction. And when he came out with Idea, oh my God, we reacted to it, and Brooke didn't really know much about Taemin, and I was just floored. He's so talented. I really hope I get to see him perform live one day because, again, talk about a spectacle. He puts on a damn show, and I don't even know. I feel like I can't even blink. I feel like you would miss something if you blink. So you're just going to be like this for like 3 hours straight, but it's worth it.
Yes, exactly. Like I did mention this on the previous episode, but if someone related to Taemin is listening to it, they're like, interviewing Taemin is my ultimate goal as a K-pop journalist. So please, like if he's ready to give an interview for an Indian media, I'm here. Please.
I mean, you might have a good chance now that SHINee's comeback is happening. You never know.
And it was actually Ninos who sent us a message and said, hey guys, SM have said that they really like the song and they're thinking about giving Taemin the track to see what he does with it. So we were like, oh, okay, cool. So that was basically, again, Ninos was our James when it came to Taemin. He sort of he helped us out and hooked us up. And I think after speaking to the guys at SM, they knew some of the stuff that we'd done anyway. So it was really nice to meet some new people and to work with some more people.
Well, I guess the cool guitar track just became one of the most heard special single of Taemin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how did you feel? That's exactly my next question. So when Taemin or the company announced that Two Kids is going to be part of the album, but it's going to be released, it's going to be a pre-released single, what were your reactions?
I remember actually seeing that he at one point was, I think it was on Twitter somewhere, someone had tweeted saying, oh, Taemin is in Paris. I think he was doing was it a Super M gig?
Yeah.
Doing a live show in Paris. And someone was saying, oh, Taemin's filming a music video in the streets of Paris. And I was like, oh, wow. So I went on YouTube and typed in Taemin Paris and then found videos of him like from, at the airport and like tons of fans there all screaming for him and stuff. And then someone had uploaded like a 10-second clip of him dancing like on the Champs-Elysees or something. It was in Paris and I could hear really quietly, I turned my headphones up as loud as I could, but I could hear our song playing in the background. And that was like really, really exciting to know that there'll be a video for it because we've never had a video made for our songs before. So that was super cool.
Yeah. Wow. This answer is totally unexpected. Like I never expected such an answer where you literally heard it in the background, which is quite exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have much to do.
It was like a really small video and I didn't have many views and I would think like, oh, this might get taken down, but I was just like turned it right up as loud as I could. I was like, yeah, that's the song. It's going to be a video. That was really cool.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
Yeah. I think Taemin is amazing in the sense that he's obviously got his own solo thing, and he's got Super M, and now Shiny are coming back. So he's busy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he puts everything into everything. So, fair play. I think he's wicked. He's great.
Yeah.
Like, he's also known as the 3 generation artist because he debuted in the 2nd generation with Shiny, and during the 3rd generation he made his solo debut, and in the 4th generation he's back with Super M.
Mhm.
So he's like the Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Of course, like, well, you mentioned Shiny. I'm a big fan of Shiny, and Taemin is like one of my favorite solo artists too. And yeah, like I said, EXO was like one of my big like gateways to K-pop in the first place. But to be honest, I'm actually like maybe a more fan of like the girl groups, like like Red Velvet and ITZY, for instance. Like they just like tick the box for me. Like badassy, quirky, cool music, and a lot of like girl power and attitude. That's just something for me that's like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. So Taemin, again, this is an old news for the viewers, but Taemin is my ultimate bias as a solo artist. So
That's
Yeah.
a good one. I approve. This podcast is literally like officially the best one now.
hope you get more music videos like this and more title tracks. And
Yes,
who
hopefully
knows,
soon.
like Taemin does Japanese too, so who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. So
That would be a dream. Yeah.
yeah. So there'll be one day when I can interview Taemin and you can produce for Taemin. So it's like Taemin Nation. It's
Oh my
rising,
god!
right?
Like that's I'm already too excited about that. Please make that happen.
Yeah. Let us manifest together in this episode.
Awesome.
This just strike my mind. Like, if you ever get a chance to talk to the boys or interact with them, you should definitely talk to Eric. He's one among the members, and he's a huge fan of Taemin. So
Oh, nice.
definitely
Yeah.
good.
He did the most of the rap, right? If I'm
Not exactly like there's Songwoo and Eric.
yeah.
So Eric, did he do most of the raps? I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
I'm still like I said, I'm a noob with this like fanboying stuff. So I'm sorry if I don't remember everybody's name.
It's okay. And Eric was the actual reason behind the boys choosing Taemin's Danger as the song to
Oh,
perform. Yeah.
so
So
he
yeah,
has a good taste. That's for sure.
definitely. He was mentioning how he has Taemin's picture as his wallpaper, and
Oh my god, maybe I should copy that. I should maybe have that too.
so hopefully in the future we have an episode in Believe in K-pop where I, and Eric join together to talk about K-pop and
Oh,
Taemin.
man.
Especially Taemin, definitely.
Oh my god, no, don't like again, don't get too excited. Just don't get too excited.
But it's like it's good to be excited and it's good to manifest, dream big, manifest. Like it kind of
Yeah.
gives you the dopamine to work harder and things. So
You're correct. You're right. Yeah.
I think that Taemin has two kind of like very different sides, right? One which is like his professional, like his artist. When you meet artists, there's some artists that you has worked really, really hard to get to where they are, and then they're so talented. Of course, Taemin is also very, very talented and has worked extremely hard to get to where he is. But he's one of those people where I'm like, he was born to do this. Like, this is his true calling. Like, it is in his like every cell of his body. to be that beautiful performer that he is, you know. He is so passionate and so dedicated, and always striving to reach like that next like higher level, whatever that may be, right? For him, I think he's always, you know, when you're someone like Taemin who basically is his own genre and is someone that so many people look up to, I think any person at that point in time, but Taemin is always striving to do something new, striving to, you know, challenge himself, to experiment. And I think that's one of the things that's so beautiful and admirable about him as an artist. As you know, it's interesting because, you know, he's of course younger than me. When he talks to me, you know, it's not so much like, let me share my life lessons with you. That's like when he talks to me kind of just like inside conversation, he's very like a sweet kid, you know, a little bit, you know, like very shy. He asked me a lot of questions actually. You know, is very curious, like personality, not so much like life lessons or anything that I, you know, like he shared with me. In watching him, you can really see like, wow, like I'm so glad that there's an artist like this that's representing our industry, you know. And if anything, he really needs to be more known than he is, right? And I'm not just talking about in terms of like album sales or something like that, which of course those are great too, but for him, someone with his immense talent, just more people need to see him. More people, is just like it's not fair to people that don't know who he is yet, you know. So hopefully when he comes back from his military service, you know, we'll really have a time where there is a Taemin world. I can't wait to see that happen.
Yeah, like we would love to have him in India as well.
And my personality in general, I cannot hide things, right? So for example, like I love Taemin, right? I absolutely adore him. The person that knows the most how much I adore him is Taemin himself. He knows.
That
you
was
know,
my
and
question,
I think if
actually. That was
anything,
my next
you know,
question.
oh yeah, he knows. He knows. I mean, I tell him all the time, like all of his managers know, like all of Shiny knows, like it's like not, you know, it's not new, like Changmin knows, everyone knows, everyone knows. But for me, it was like, I think like for them, they're like, oh my gosh, there is this person that's out there in this space that's like, you know, that admires me or that, you know, that likes me and like my art and what I do. And I think that they think that's cool, right? I think as long as you're not psychotic about it, there's nothing wrong with like hiding it. Honestly, every media personality will have those people that they feel more of a connection to, right? Some might be hardcore, like a huge fan, like how I am of Taemin. It might be less, but I think if you try and deny that part, I think you're just being fake, and I don't really like that. So for me personally, like it's fine.
So speaking of fangirl, and I think we are here to talk about someone, and we already gave some hints to our listeners. So we are here to talk about Taemin and his recent album. So I already saw you screaming about the album, and we all were. So how was your feeling? Like when you saw the music video, I'm still puzzled. Like I was trying to write an review, and I couldn't guess anything. Like the theories were so hard, and when the fans were writing stuff, I was like, what in the world? So I'm still in the 0%. So if you have any idea about the theories, please spill the tea, but also share how you felt.
Honestly, like I haven't had, like I definitely watched the video. I think too many times. I think I've watched it too many times. I think I need to stop watching it because I've watched it too many times. I haven't really honestly had the time to actually really think about like what the symbolism or, you know, things like that are present in the video. For me, whenever I watched, I was just like, when I think, because Taemin is an artist that has, every time he releases music, right, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is only something Taemin can do. Like, how can he outdo himself? I think only Taemin can outdo Taemin, right? But then when he came out with this song, I was like, oh my gosh, once again, he's done something that no one else can. And he does it so flawlessly and so beautifully, that I'm just like always in awe of him as an artist and how he always manages to do something that will make everyone collectively like jaw drop and be like, what? That he's managed to do that again. So, and of course, like the songs in the album, oh my gosh, so beautiful. Like, I mean, Strings, I love Strings so much. Like Sad Kids, I love so much. Now I forgot the title, but yeah, the duet that he did with Tan, oh my god, their voices are so beautiful together. Like, I know that he was so busy, right? Because preparing, like, they had SHINee had an album and then they're repackaged. And then, of course, Taemin, whatever, like, Japanese promotions that he's trying to do before he enlists. Like, I know he had no time, but to be able to create something of this magnitude in the limited time that he had, I think also just speaks volumes to what kind of, artist he is.
Exactly.
I think for me, I was just like, wow, like because Taemin in his V lives and stuff, kind of like serious, but also joking. But he's like, you can't cheat on me. Don't go anywhere while I'm gone. And I'm like, wow, he really dropped that video to be like, can't forget me. You know what I mean? Like he leaving his mark before he goes. So, yeah.
Yeah, true. I really had tears. Like many of my listeners actually know it, but I'm just telling you because I just Taemin is like the ultimate artist that I really want to interview as a journalist, like the ultimate goal that like you have it. And after that happens, I'm really happy in closing my eyes and bidding a goodbye to the world. So, I don't know, like I just take this 2 years as a period that is given to me to do amazing stuff as well. So my first step is interviewing someone who is a big fan of Taemin and also knows Taemin so well. So thank you for joining.
Yeah. No, I mean, Taemin is like, he's a great person. I mean, he, of course, a beautiful, like magnificent artist. I think one of the best of our generation. But yeah, he's exceptional, right? But I think what makes him so much more special is that as a person, he has a really beautiful heart, and I think that's very evident, for anyone. I mean, of course, I've, worked with him, many times and I've been able to see it, but I know that fans can see it too, like whether it's in his V lives, like no matter, like you can see it in his eyes, like the sincerity in how he talks. He really means what he says. So you have chosen a really good person to have your ultimate wish interview with.
Yeah. So, yes.